here and there across northeast Wisconsin. Not everybody saw it, but even along the lakeshore, there were people who saw it. For example, let's see here. Got a right here on my phone. Got a Facebook direct message from Beth, who says that she lives in the valley near Kewanee. She got down to 28 degrees this morning. Pretty chilly stuff. And yeah, you know what? Even along the lakeshore, you can get some frost this time of year. Let's check in with our low temperatures that we had this morning. And it looks like we got down to 35 degrees this morning in Green Bay. And we got down to 32 degrees, right? The freezing mark in Wapaka with 26 in Wautoma. Lakeside, 34 in Manitowoc. And by the way, that 34 there in Manitowoc, that's recorded at the airport, which is about 3 miles inland from, Lake Michigan. And right at Lake Michigan, wouldn't be shocked if your lows stayed right around 40 overnight. So, very often in these situations, there could be a big temperature discrepancy of just a few miles, whether you're right along the immediate lakeshore or if you're several miles inland. So, food for thought. Anyway, right now, we are not near the freezing mark. We are rising through the upper half of the 40s. We're at 46 in Appleton. It is 49 in Oconto and in Sheboygan. Here's a live view from our, our Oshkosh Skycam. We're at 47 degrees. There's a southeast wind at 8 miles an hour, and we're serving up lots of sunshine. We'll continue to see sunny skies for the rest of your Friday, rising to 72. So it'll be like room temperature outside. After this frosty start, that's an impressive rise in the temperatures. Dry air, sunshine, and developing southwest breeze is giving us that big bump up in the temperature department, but it will be cooler along the lakeshore. In fact, I'll show you the highs that we're anticipating this afternoon on First Alert Pinpoint Predictor. Low and mid 70s, a high of 77 this afternoon in Pembine, but it'll be closer to 57 near Manitowoc with a high of 60 in Sturgeon Bay. 65 would be an average high temperature for Green Bay on this date. Skies look sunny on First Alert Pinpoint Predictor. High pressure is ruling the roost, at least for now. However, as we go towards tonight, a weak cool front will move across the area. It'll give us a broken band of some cloud cover. It's moisture starved. It probably won't give us much in the way of any rain. You can see a couple isolated showers, though, on Pinpoint Predictor. I think tonight's rain chance is probably 10%, and that's about it. We'll be dry heading into early Saturday morning. Now, the Mother's Day weekend, it looks nice, but I'll tell you, we have to keep an eye out for our next weather maker. It's going to be warm and very dry going into early next week, and that's going to cause more issues with wildfire danger. It is likely going to be very high, could even get to the extreme category. So right now, according to the Wisconsin DNR, we have very high fire danger north and west of the Fox Valley, and that area of orange is probably going to spread east, especially Sunday into Monday. I wouldn't be shocked if we've got some extreme fire danger early next week in portions of north central Wisconsin. We'll see how it goes. While the wind won't be that impactful today, the air is very dry. Relative humidity this afternoon gets down to about 25%. And so it doesn't take very much for a quote-unquote controlled burn to all of a sudden become out of control. And as you go into this Mother's Day weekend, I really don't think it'd be that great of an idea to do any outdoor burning or maybe have a campfire or a bonfire. I think it could be very easy for that to get out of control. So it is going to be a very dry stretch early next week. The next 5 days, you could see the precipitation is pretty much all around us. And that has a lot to do with the fact of the jet stream path. Now, I do want to show you this graphic. I'm going to see if I can pull it up here. I actually was hoping it would pop up in my graphics show. There it is. So you're looking at a map of the jet stream across the middle of the country, and you can see how those steering winds are really kind of flowing out of the Rockies and up into southern Canada. That kind of diverts a lot of the active wet weather away from us. Plus, there's a little low pressure system that'll bring some wet weather across the Ohio Valley, but we're going to be kind of squeezed in between with generally dry conditions, warmer weather, and as that south wind begins to get a little more breezy Sunday, Monday, into Tuesday, that is going to probably elevate that fire danger to some pretty dangerous levels. So there's your First Alert Super 7-day forecast. Beautiful weather, but again, that fire danger is going to be an issue. Today, 72. dropping back to 65 tomorrow behind that cool front, a little breezy, especially in the morning. And then the wind turns to the south and becomes breezy on Sunday, Mother's Day. Let's check out those high temperatures. Mother's Day highs, 76 for Fond du Lac, for Appleton, for Green Bay, 80 for a high temperature in Wapaka, but cooler by the lakeshore. I'm sure you're not surprised to hear me say that. 66 in Marinette, a high of 60 degrees in Manitowoc. So cooler by the lakeshore this weekend if you're not a fan of the warmer weather. And then it's going to be a balmy next few days of next work week. Monday and Tuesday highs inland getting into the low 80s. I do have a chance of showers on Wednesday. It's a small chance. Most of that rain is probably going to pass to our south and east, but again, there's an outside chance of some wet weather on Wednesday. That would be a nice bonus to get that rain, even if it's scattered to widely scattered, but again, that's kind of iffy. All right, our First Alert Weather app, is it on your phone yet? Or is it on your tablet yet? If not, download it for free. You know what? Perhaps you're doing something with mom this weekend. Perhaps you're going here or there or wherever you're going. That app will follow you and give you the forecast for wherever you are, if you want it to do that. Or if you just want it to give you the forecast for just your hometown, it can do that too. It's up to you. You program it the way you want it, weather your way. So whether it's sunny or severe, get the forecast from our free WBAY First Alert Weather app. Coming up on Action 2 News at noon, and for meteorologist Emily Mers will give you a forecast update for your Friday and the weekend. All the little nuts and bolts on that weekend forecast coming up from Emily, who does a fine, fine job. All right. I don't know about you, but I'm looking forward to the weekend. Thinking about the plans that I've got with my family. I'm sure you've got some, family plans as well. And we hope you enjoy the sunshine. When you're out and about with mom and family members, especially kids, make sure that you guys are applying some sunscreen. We're hitting that time of year where the sun's UV rays are very strong, and we want people to have fun outside and get out and have a blast, but just make sure you apply some sunscreen so you don't get yourself a burn. All right. Thanks for watching our Friday weather live stream. Action 2 News Mid-Morning with Aisha and I starts in about just under 20 minutes. We hope to see you there. Thanks for tuning in. Happy Friday. See ya.